Hey guys, I'm Matt. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome to my home theater.
Hey guys, Tony here and welcome back to another room tour. The room belongs to my buddy Matt Ording, who you may have seen pop up from time to time on my channel all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Matt's room was the very first tour I ever did on my channel and I have him to thank for getting me started on the journey. I'll leave a link to Matt's original video down in the description, but after all of the awesome updates to the room, we agreed it was time to film the room again. So sit back, relax, smash the like button for me as we dive into Matt's home theater tour, so stay tuned. Matt's basement was initially an open area, and after many discussions on my Discord server, he decided to close it off so he could pressurize it for the subs and also add surround backs. I won't cover off the build of the wall in this video, but drop a comment down below if that's something you'd be interested in seeing, as I have heaps of footage of the build. Before we enter the room, we have a pool table, TV, mini fridge, bathroom, and a small bar. After the wall was built, the internal room dimensions are 13 feet wide by 20 foot deep and 7.5 inches tall. I helped Matt with a SketchUp of his room, and originally he was going to do 2 rows of seats, but with a little coaxing he decided to go down to a single row, which allowed for a much better configuration of his speakers, mainly because the entrance to the room was going to be at the center of the back. Matt didn't want his theater to be the typical home theater black and recruited his wife to find colors that complemented the rest of the basement. They found the perfect colors to match while still making the theater stand out. The walls are finished in a flat finish and they used a high quality Sherwin-Williams paint called English Channel, and the ceiling is also painted in Compass Blue. Matt continued from his previous design and it matches really nicely with the grey tones he has throughout the space. On the walls at all the key reflection points, we have DIY acoustic panels that Matt made, including new ones for the back wall. Matt loves DIY, so taking the time to make these add a personal touch to the room, as well as helping to keep the costs down. Next we move to the carpet, which was installed during the latest upgrade with the back wall. The colour and pattern complements the room aesthetic and is one of Matt and his wife Katie's favourite parts of the home theatre. They chose a plush pile carpet with thick padding. It's like walking on a cloud. For lighting, we have the LIFX lights connected to a LIFX switch and being controlled through Home Assistant to dim during pause and play. These LEDs allow Matt to control the ambience, look and feel of the room depending on his mood. Next we move to the Valencia Tuscany recliners, which are the crown in the jewel of the upgrade. I actually surprised Matt with these recently, so a massive thank you to Valencia for providing these for the video. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll leave a link in the card up above. Check it out after this video where you can find out a lot more about these awesome seats. What's special about these is that they are made with vegan leather and look and feel every bit as special as genuine leather. They are finished in stone grey and are connected together to allow Matt to finally have a main listening position in the centre of his room, which makes a massive difference with the calibration of his subs. These Tuscany chairs have 3 points of recline, neck, lumbar and legs, as well as all of the premium features that Valencia put into their seats. There are cup holders, LED lights, deep armrests for storage, and many more features. I'd also like to announce that I'm now an official dealer for Valencia Theatre Seating in Australia, so if you're in the market for a set of Valencia Theatre seats, make sure you send me an email so I can help you out. I'd like to thank Valencia for the opportunity, as I'm a big fan of their recliners, and any purchases made through me directly go towards supporting the channel, like buying new gear to help me make content. If you're anywhere else in the world, you can still buy through my links, they're down in the description. For the screen, we have a 120-inch silver ticket screen, which is acoustically transparent so Matt can place the center speaker at the correct height, which happens to be behind the screen. It is a 16:9 aspect ratio, as Matt likes to watch TV shows as well as movies, and he's very happy with the viewing angle, especially now as he's down to a single row. The projector is the Sony VPL HW45ES. This is the final piece that needs to be upgraded, but it was decided that it had to wait for the bank balance to build up again, as anyone in this hobby knows, one upgrade at a time. This projector does produce a beautiful image, and Matt loves how it performs in his light-controlled room. On his radar is the new Epson LS12000B. I should have a review out on that very soon, so make sure you subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss that video. And while you're down there, why not hit the like button for me as well. Moving along to the AV rack, Matt redid the back of the cabinet to fix up some of the messy wiring that he had from his previous setup, as well as some nice upgrades to his electronics. For processing, we have the Denon X6700H, which is an 11.2 channel receiver with provision for pre-outs for 2 additional channels, if, for example, Matt wants to go with some front wides. This is a new addition to his room and provides plenty of power to his speakers. For gaming, we have the PlayStation 5, as Matt is an avid gamer and really enjoys the fact that he can use the basement theatre for both gaming and movie time. For movies and streaming, we have the Nvidia Shield, as well as the Apple TV. The Apple TV does have some limitations on bitstream pass-through for audio, so he does like to use the Shield depending on what content he's watching. For disc playback, Matt has the Zadoux Z9X, which is perfect for playing one-to-one disc rips. The Z9X is a powerful player for what it is, very cost-effective as well, and the movie poster wall is one of the highlights of the room. I personally like using it in my own setup to demo for family and friends when they come over. The native playback and Dolby Vision engine enhance the picture and pass the audio via bitstream to the receiver for native playback of Dolby Atmos or any other object-based sound format that it supports. I'll have links down in the description to the Zadoux players if you're interested. To store his movie rips, Matt has 2 Synology NAS that he uses for both movie and TV series. Matt also has gigabit internet to support his streaming habits with high-speed Wi-Fi throughout the house. To keep the AV closet cool, there is an AC Infinity Air Titan T8, which sucks out all of the hot air, keeping his equipment nice and cool. And also a dedicated AC Infinity Aircom S8 on top of his Denon AVR to make sure it stays cool during extended watching sessions. The Nest thermostat with the Nest temperature sensor in the theatre regulate the temperature while the doors are closed. Before we look at the speakers, let's take a look at some demos of Matt's setup so that you can see for yourself. Moving along to the speakers, we have a 7.4.4 configuration with some incredible Klipsch THX in-wall speakers for the left, center and right. These are absolute tanks and were on my radar for my own setup before I discovered the local brand Krix. We have the Klipsch THX 8000L. These feature an 8-inch driver and a 1-inch titanium horn-loaded dome tweeter, and Matt loves how effortlessly they fill his now pressurized room with cinematic audio. These have been placed at the best angles for Matt's main seat, and it's awesome to see that he likes to have the grills off at all times. This is why we're such good mates. For the surround left and right, we have the Klipsch THX 8000S, which are a bipole speaker that Matt left in from his previous setup. These are far enough away to give some nice separation between his rears, which are the Klipsch THX 8000L, exactly the same as the front soundstage, so we have a really nice consistency across the whole theatre. This gives Matt a 7-channel setup for his ear-level speakers. Matt never experienced Atmos before setting up his room, and during our many chats he remained unconvinced, but now he tells me the realism and immersion that he gets from having these speakers in place is next level. Matt has 4 of these speakers to give objects more precision to simulate where the sound is coming from, and was very careful with his selections to make sure that there was a consistency in the sound coming from every speaker in the setup. For his subwoofers, he upgraded to the Power Sound Audio EV1813, which are a monstrous 18-inch subwoofer that were recommended to him through the Discord server. These subs pack a punch with the amp pushing 4300 watts peak, with a front-ported design, sturdy cabinet. Matt tells me these subs shake every seat and give a very nice tactile experience during movie time. Matt has them time-aligned and PEQ'd with the Mini DSP 2x4 HD, as he also has 2 SVS PB2000 Pro subwoofers, which is moved to the back corners now that he has a rear wall. Having 4 subs placed this way has helped to generate a very nice bass response at all 3 seats. I'm really hoping that one day I get to fly to the USA so that I can visit Matt and experience his room in person. I think Matt has done a phenomenal job with his theatre room, and if you agree, why not smash the like button for him to show your support. I've been along for the ride every step of the way with Matt's rebuild journey through daily messages and also the Discord server, so if you'd like to check out the fun, it's 100% free and you can join with the link down in the description. If you're interested in any of the things shown in this video, drop a comment down below with any feedback or questions. Both Matt and myself will be sure to answer them, as well as I have listed pretty much everything mentioned in this video. Anyway guys, I have more videos coming very soon. A very big thank you for watching, but that's it for this one. You'll catch me in the next one. Bye for now.